Who is Marla Singer? Marla Singer is a character in the movie Fight Club. She meets the main character Tyler Durden in a cancer therapy group despite having any sort of cancer or disease, just like Tyler. Marla Singer is an extremely cold, insensitive, and very selfish person that really only looks towards her own personal gain. She finds it very hard to express basic emotions and needs intense emotional and physical stimulation to feel alive. She feels greedy that she hasn't died yet, despite living her very risky and dangerous lifestyle, and is just waiting till the day that she dies. Schizoid personality disorder is a disorder we are diagnosing Marla with. Schizoid personality disorder is a disorder where the person affected cannot seem to feel emotions or have a need for personal relationships. They can't seem to react rationally in certain situations, take pleasure in very few activities, prefer isolation, and they don't really care towards feelings for other people or what other people think of them. Symptoms. Out of the 7 of the 4 bullets in the DSM, Marla meets. Who is Marla Singer? Marla Singer is a character in the movie Fight Club. She meets the main character, Tyler Durden, in a cancer therapy group despite having any sort of cancer or disease, just like Tyler. Marla Singer is an extremely cold, insensitive, and very selfish person that only looks for her own personal gain. She finds it very hard to express basic emotions and needs intense emotional and physical arousal to feel alive. She always feels greedy that she hasn't died yet, despite living her very risky and dangerous lifestyle, and is just waiting till the day that she finally dies. We have diagnosed Marla with schizoid personality disorder. Schizoid personality disorder is a disorder where the person affected cannot seem to feel emotions or have a need for personal relationships. They can't seem to react rationally in certain situations, take pleasure in very few activities, and prefer to be alone. They don't really care towards what other people think of them, and they don't really care about other people. Symptoms. The DSM-5 explains how 4 of the 7 bullet points need to be met, and Marla clearly shows 4 of them. Symptom 1. Marla does not like to be involved in serious relationships, whether it is with a family member or a friend. She just doesn't want to be in a relationship. Symptom 2. Marla clearly shows that she has no friends at all. No close ones, nor just good friends. In the film, she is always seen by herself and in solitary. Symptom 3. Marla does not care towards the remarks of other people. There are many instances where Marla shows that she doesn't care what other people think of her. Symptom 4. Marla has a very cold personality. She seems to have almost no sense of humor and is extremely cold towards others and tends to be a very flat person overall. Missing symptoms. A big symptom that Marla does not show is the preferring to be alone all the time and never do social things symptom. She goes to the cancer therapy groups despite knowing that she's most likely going to have to talk and share her thoughts and interact with other people. Not only does she go to the cancer therapy group meetings, she's also very talkative with Tyler and even interacts in a sexual relationship with something that is extremely unseen in someone that has schizoid personality disorder. Possible treatment. Psychotherapy is the most common form of the treatment. It allows patients to learn about their disorder so they know what they're dealing with and can talk to a professional privately. The next step would be group therapy alongside individual therapy. An alternative treatment is joining a self-help support group. Psychological disorders in the film. Marla expresses her indifference to the praise or criticism of others through dry sarcasm, which is comparable to the detached attitude of someone with SPD. Although indifference towards others is one of the diagnostic criteria of SPD, in one scene, the narrator picks up the phone and Marla's first words are, "Where have you been the last 8 weeks?" indicating concern for the narrator. Later in the film, Marla begins sleeping with Tyler Durden, who we later found out is the alter ego of the narrator. People with SPD generally have little, if any, interest in having sexual relations with another person because it is a very personal form of interaction. Instead, they seek pleasure in activities that can be done in solitude. Despite the similarities between schizoid personality disorder in real life and in Fight Club, keep in mind not many are diagnosed with SPD, making it difficult to gather evidence because those with the disorder do not see a need for treatment, so caution is advised when relating this disorder in the movie to that of reality.